wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, what is going on? Welcome to the KVJ Show. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Yeah,
almost the weekend.
that's right.
Friday
it is.
Eve.
That's right, it is. Oh, yeah, big old weekend coming up. Lots of good things on the calendar, fun things to do. You can tell the events in South Florida are starting to pick up. Not only holiday fun, but concerts and all kinds of good stuff. So we'll give you the full rundown, always keeping you plugged into what is going on. A little bit chilly out there today, just to let you know.
Yeah,
it's gonna pick up.
Not as bad as it was like earlier in the week.
No,
We were in
no.
the 50s. Now at least we're in the 60s.
Yeah, like low 60s, and then by about 10 a.m. this morning, I think it's going to be in the low to mid 70s.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Y'all peep that moon looking all eerie out there?
Oh, is it?
Hey, look at you. It's looking weird.
I don't look up often.
That's a good move.
Probably.
He looks up when he's driving.
That's about it.
No, as soon as I walked out my door, I noticed it. It's full, but it's not full. It's odd looking.
It is.
Yeah,
okay.
it's fun. I don't know. Moons.
Yeah, moons are fun.
They are fun.
They're a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Well, glad to have you here with us. We are on KVJ TV. You can go to YouTube, look for the KVJ Show, pop us up there. We're also on the 97.9 WRMF app. I apologize for some of the technical issues, but our crack staff is on it, getting that all fixed. I know people are asking if the app is working. I don't know exactly what the status is, but I know they had a technical team on it yesterday trying to resolve the issue.
Does that mean our staff is on crack? Or is they
Yes.
okay?
That's why a lot of our equipment doesn't work well. Apparently, crack and capabilities doesn't.
We're
go
lucky
hand in
they
hand.
haven't sold it yet for drugs because crackheads love to sell equipment.
That's typically, yes, what does that. When things don't work, we're like, okay. All right, is Feeney stolen our tower again? So, yeah, so hopefully we're back on that. So it will be easy to listen to or watch today.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, you can file this under Does Anybody Even Care Anymore? Trevor Noah is coming back to host the Grammy Awards in 2022, but I don't know. I mean, the Grammys just have not been doing so hot.
Do you care?
I don't care.
Kev, do you care?
No.
Dennys, do you care?
No.
They're going to take place January 31st. I guess only if you're in music, really. Do you
It
care?
is. A lot of those awards are all about within the industry. It's them toasting themselves.
Yeah, I think it's just too much pomp circumstance that people don't care about. You know, hey, if they had awards, I don't know, maybe I'm interested. But honestly, anymore, I think a lot of people are souring on awards because too often you're just like, who is it? There's no transparency on who's voting for these things. You don't know what the credibility is. And too often, I know this even from sports awards. That's kind of the big complaint because they're coming up with those now for football. And people are like, who are these people? Like, they're clearly like they have no idea what they're doing and who they're giving these awards to. There's no rhyme or reason. It doesn't make any sense.
It's happened in sports where someone will get an MVP and you go, how did they get the MVP over three other people?
It doesn't feel objective. You're like, I don't understand this at all. And then you'll never get any answers. I think people are just frustrated and are like, who cares anyway?
And I don't know if they're that entertaining. Unless there's a song being played, who wants to hear someone go up and either thank the lighting guy or go on a political rant? See what I'm saying? It's not that entertaining.
I don't think people need that. There are some elements of it. I think it just needs to be retooled. There's some elements of it that might work. Sometimes having performers up on stage together and, you know, different
unexpected
dynamics.
collabs.
Yeah, that you wouldn't see. That kind of stuff might be interesting and people might tune in for something like that, but there's no reason to have. How long do some of these award shows go on? They're multiple
3
hours.
hours.
Right?
Yeah, it's
not
like,
necessary.
whoa.
To me, like an hour-long show, if you do things like that and you maybe give some kind of awards. See, I like the kind of, they're doing this right now. Spotify has their most streamed, the most this, the most that. There's no objection to that because that's just raw numbers. That's not somebody's opinion that you don't even know who it is. So
Data Kev loves it.
I love that because there's no arguing on that. You want to fight about it, dude?
You can't.
You can't fight about it. These are just plain numbers, and let's give you an award for being the most streamed, most viewed, most this, most that, whatever it might be.
Okay, then we got to give all the awards to Morgan Wallen, and we can't because he's not invited.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
You're right. There goes your numbers.
Well, just shut it down right now. Call Trevor Noah. Tell him the gig is up. Morgan Wallen beat everybody across every musical genre.
Yeah, for album sales.
So you have
for
to give
2021.
him all the awards.
He would, yeah, he would get that award
that's
of best-selling album.
And there's the problem with your raw numbers. If you just go on raw numbers, you can't argue the morality clause in something.
But then when people be upset, be like, hey, look, this is the people speak. And I think in a sense for that's why people get upset with award shows, because it doesn't speak for the people. It's a conglomerate, a group of people you don't know, you don't care about, that is,
A club.
subjectively
Yes.
giving away these awards. And if it were just raw data and, hey, you know what? Canceled or not, Morgan Wallen, best-selling album of 2021 across all genres.
Yeah,
that's
no,
a fact.
You're right.
Give him an award. Sorry.
People Magazine has come out with their People of the Year, and they have chosen Simone Biles, Sandra Oh, and Dolly Parton as their celebrities. And then also they added the nation's teachers as People of the Year for just all they've been through with COVID and blah, blah, blah. It's been rough. So you can check out that new issue. And tonight on television on ABC, there's going to be the first interview with Alec Baldwin.
We have a clip. We have a tease. Do you want to taste?
I do.
Yeah, because his statement it confuses me.
It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
So you never pulled the trigger.
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them. Never.
What did you think happened? How did a real bullet get on that set?
I have no idea. Someone put a live bullet in a gun. A bullet that wasn't even supposed to be on the property.
It almost sounds like a sketch.
Yeah.
The music they've put behind it.
I need a gun person to explain it to me. Maybe there's an easy explanation, but a gun was pointed and fired.
I think he was saying he was holding it and getting ready to use it, but didn't point it at somebody and pull the trigger. Maybe he grabbed it and
I saw another interview today. I was watching a little bit of ABC News this morning, and that's where the interview is going to be airing tonight. And they were showing clips of it, and they had somebody else talking. Now, when you have a gun, you're not supposed to have your finger on the trigger. You keep your finger outside of the trigger hole and off of it. And they said Alec Baldwin had that. So my question is, he had the gun up, his finger was off of it, and then the gun just on its own fired?
he thought he had a toy gun too. I mean, let's think about it like that. If you're holding a gun that you don't think can hurt anybody, like.
I'm just curious because, look, I fire guns, but I'm not a gun expert. I'm just kind of curious. I've never heard of a gun just going off. Now, sometimes I know you can maybe jostle it and rustle it, and maybe it would trigger, but can somebody explain it to me? Because I'm just trying to figure out how a gun fired when no trigger was pulled.
Think about it, too. It's a movie that's supposed to be set like in the Wild West.
Yeah.
Maybe they were using period pieces, period guns that are older and maybe don't have all the safety capabilities of today's guns.
So basically what Virginia is saying is she has no idea, Kevin.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, there's several people that are in the KVJ TV chat. Adam and Johnny are saying guns just don't shoot themselves. And that's my question with his statement. He's like, I didn't pull the trigger. Then how the hell did the gun go off?
And they make that clip seem as if there was some kind of somebody brought a bullet on the set, as if there was some wrongdoing premeditated.
Yeah, we kind of talked about this just briefly on the After the Show podcast yesterday, because now they're looking at a guy that has kind of a prop depot that is there, that apparently he brought a can of ammo that then was taken by somebody else, might have wound up on the set. But I counted 5 different people that are now pointing the fingers at each other for holding responsibility.
They're pointing the finger gun.
The finger gun.
Oh.
So, but apparently, yeah, the gun went off even though the trigger was not pulled. And yeah, that's just where, if maybe somebody can explain that to me, that's where my confusion lies with this statement.
Well, maybe you should check out the special tonight on ABC.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
He'll hear the highlights tomorrow.
Yeah,
I will, honestly. Yeah, that's going to be good for me.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What
Are you thinking of
What you think about today, Jbird?
Well, I got this issue, and I don't know how to go about it because it's a new refrigerator.
Okay.
But I can't figure out why it's making so much noise. It sounds like someone's trying to murder me. It'll be 2 o'clock in the morning out of the blue, and then and it almost sounds like the refrigerator is screaming, like a man is screaming inside my refrigerator.
Does it have an ice maker?
It does have an ice maker.
Yeah,
and I've
those
even
things are loud.
They are, and I can't figure out if there's a button to turn it down. I don't think that there is. It's just very loud, and it's never consistent. This morning, it woke me up about around 2 o'clock thinking someone's breaking in. You know, tomorrow it'll be at 11:30 at night. It seems like it's always at nighttime, too. Is there ice people? I'm talking to you.
Ice people.
I think fridge people.
Fridge people.
You're talking
as well.
to them.
I'd like to talk to them. Freezer people. Does that mean I've got a lemon of a refrigerator? It's really a nice refrigerator.
It is a nice refrigerator. It looks like it's upgraded and newer. But maybe this is a feature that we need to look for when we're purchasing our newer refrigerators. Are they quiet with the ice maker?
Well, you don't think it's that big of a problem until you have sleep problems and you finally get to sleep and then the night stalker's breaking in. Oh, no, it's not. It's your ice maker.
Yeah, that would be a big, big issue.
Even when I'm in my room.
Because you're kind of right by the fridge.
It's the center hub in my room and the living room. Wherever I fall asleep, I'm hearing that.
I am quite positive that you're not the only guy to bring this up. And I bet you there are refrigerators that sell that feature. We have an insulated noise thing around the ice maker so that you can't hear it.
I just always, anytime I bring something up like this, someone from Port St. Lucie or Vero Beach sends me a very, very detailed message of what to do. They know how to handle it.
Oh,
I
really?
love
Okay.
that.
Yeah, maybe you can put your own noise canceling foam around your ice maker.
Someone will say, Bird, here's what you got to do. You got to take plywood, you got to take a little duck feather, and then put a little putty up there. It'll be fine. All right, cool. Done.
All right.
I don't want duck feathers in my ice.
It's the first thing I can
So
think of.
gross.
For some reason, duck feathers are on my mind.
Feather ice.
You think it's not a problem, but it is affecting my life.
I could totally see, and I bet you are not the only one.
Okay, all right.
What you got in your mind today, Virginia?
Sleep is so important, and I swear I'm not doing a sleep number commercial.
Oh, okay. I was starting to.
Just did that.
I'm like, oh, let me grab my copy. Where is it?
But it really, really is. So yesterday I was working on a project and I did not get my nap because I got into that window where I just didn't have enough time to sleep. And if I would have tried to sleep, it wouldn't have worked. So I missed my nap yesterday, worked straight through, went to bed last night at 10 p.m. because I was working on a different project and it was too late for me to be going to bed. Sure enough, if I do a stupid thing like that, it has a domino effect. So this morning when my alarm goes off at 4 a.m., I, in my sleepy stupor, looked at my phone and went, it's Saturday, and turned my alarm off.
Oh.
I don't normally do this, but I did this because I was overtired and I did not respect my sleep schedule and I did not follow my rules about protecting the sleep. If you don't protect your sleep, it messes you up in life. I mean, I could have been late for work today.
No, that first dart, very important.
Yeah.
Can't be late
You
for
needed that Alec Baldwin story.
It is. I think it's a really tough thing to do. And you look at our society and how things go. And you're supposed to have, really solid energy to do all your work. And then you need to get to sleep to get recharged, to get back up and do all the things you have to do. We're all so busy. You can't afford to not be cranking on all cylinders at all time. And I kind of got into that window yesterday where it was about 3 p.m. I still had to go pick up my kid from school, deal with traffic, and boy, you need to definitely be on your mark when you are driving in rush hour 995 in South Florida.
Yeah, well, you go south too. So
oh yeah, I'm driving into the teeth.
In between West Palm and Boca, that is the belly of the beast.
I'm driving into the teeth. So yeah, I got some crazy traffic I got to deal with, and so I was a little bit sluggish. And the other day, I had gone to the vitamin shop. And I was in there, and my buddy Les is like, "Hey, Kev, you got to try this C4." He's like, "This stuff is a really good energy drink, and it tastes just like..." Yeah, you're right. It's named after explosives. And I was like, "Yeah, Les, that makes a lot of sense." So I went and got something called C4.
Did you get the squirts?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. So anyway, I've got the C4 that's in the fridge. I'm a little bit tired, and I took it, and high octane, baby. I got to Boca in about 8 minutes yesterday.
You went back in time. You were going so fast.
I look like Clark Griswold on that sled. I don't know what it was. I'm about to go back in time. I was going so fast and it felt so good.
You needed it.
I had the need for speed. I was that guy yesterday. But then the problem was last night it's time for bed. I was so awake.
You were still awake.
Oh, I was still at C2, and I had 3 and 4 left to go. There was still a lot more left on that.
That's rough. And then you will crash, and now your schedule's screwed up.
Right, I didn't get crap for sleep, and I'm still wired. I'm like, when is this thing going to wear off,
You
Les?
still have the C4?
I'm still ginned up from the C4, but I know as soon as it wears out, my head's going to
You're going to sleep for like 3 days straight.
I'm going to be like, so anyway,
I'm predicting a 9 a.m. crash. You're like, oh my gosh, I got to get the hell out of here.
terrible.
I will feel
That's going to be terrible. So, I mean,
there's nothing worse than crashing on the air.
yeah, well, that's just the tough thing with, putting any kind of new substance in your body. My body's so sensitive to everything. And
Me too.
I'm on such a regimen that everything has to be clearly precise. I need to start getting lethargic and tired at 7:20 so I can fall asleep at 7:30.
Right.
Yeah, and that C4, that just totally messed with it all.
So if anybody wants some C4, Kevin's giving it away.
It's highly effective. If you're tired and you don't want to sleep for a week.
I do want to try it, but does it give you the weird jittery kind of feeling, or does it just make you feel as if you're up and about?
No, I felt like I'd mainline some meth.
That's fun in the car line, picking up your kid.
I power washed the roofs of 5 houses yesterday.
They're like, who the hell is that squirrely ass dad?
Oh my gosh. Now I know how Santa does it on, he does a couple C4s and he just takes off and gets all those presents around. So, yeah, so it's quite a delicate balance. So I don't know. If I do crash today, you're going, wow, he went from really amped to really tired. You'll know exactly why. I did get an interesting message yesterday. What was on my mind was I told you that yesterday had marked 1 month. I just said, you know what? No booze for me. I just want to make sure I can step away. I felt like it was becoming a crutch. It was becoming something that I felt I needed to kick stress. And it was almost something where, like I said, my whole day is regimented to a point where it's like, okay, I get so clanked from the show. I need a de-stressor. I need this. And it was getting to the point I'm like, well, if I become dependent on alcohol, like I wouldn't be able to get through my day without it. And so I just wanted to make sure I could give it up for a month. And I got this text. It was nice. It said, you saved me this morning, Kev. I've been battling with anxiety and I've been drinking wine. And I know that during the pandemic, a lot more people, anxiety levels have gone up even more. The economy's crazy. Gas prices are crazy. Dealing with your kids, your school, you're working from home. Everything else has been insane.
Fear of COVID.
Everything, yeah. And they said, I quit on Sunday, and your words have me comfy and reasoning that I need to be strong in my resolve to never drink wine again. I can handle hard seltzer, but that's it. Since I quit, my self-esteem has increased and my anxiety has lowered in only 4 days. And that was the one thing I was just saying that, oddly enough, I had a month later, like I feel like I'm less stressed and my anxiety has actually gone down. So I don't know if the alcohol was contributing to it or I built up this thing in my head where I almost materialized the anxiety just so I could justify the drink.
And just keep in mind, too, your body changes over the years.
It does, yeah.
You don't metabolize alcohol the same way you used to.
Or C4.
Or C4.
Yeah.
Where it used to make you calm and you could party and have a good time.
Yeah.
As you get older, it may have another effect on you, like anxiety or making you more stressed or giving you grief after.
That C4's already got you, though. You better give that up.
Oh, no doubt.
You've replaced alcohol with C4.
I always have something, though. I'm one of those guys. I go from one vice to the next. As soon as I hang one up, I pick up another.
I am the same exact way.
If I don't have a certain amount of vices and bad things for me in my life, I can't go on.
It don't feel right.
It doesn't
I
feel
have
right.
to be battling some kind of demon.
So I think right now your vice tally is you have C4 and gambling.
Sports gambling. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. I have. Honestly, I've just replaced the vices. I'm not a better person. I'm better in other areas, but worse in others. So I'm still basically on the
You've
same.
stayed
I'm
flat.
staying flat. Yeah. It's not like, oh, Kev's all of a sudden a great guy. Nope. Still the same terrible human. I just am doing different things now. So it is kind of interesting that if you're going through what I went through, that experiment and how it worked, and like I said, I've not had the resolve that I'm never going to drink again. But like I said yesterday, I'm not going to have it in my house, and I'm going to stay away from the hard stuff, maybe a beer or wine, if I ever move to it. But right now, I'm not.
He said not in the house, said nothing about no studio. Yeah.
Yeah, right. No.
You can't control this side of the room.
No, I'm looking over there. We have a mini bar.
We've got everything: Kahlua, vodka. We've got smoked maple whiskey. We've got
So we have alcohol, Kev, so
We're
you
good.
don't have to.
We're good. Okay. Yeah, I knew you guys would make up for me.
We
I wasn't
do.
worried about
We
that.
have a vodka sponsor now. That's awesome.
Got to do it. Yeah. Got to do it.
We can't act like we don't like drinking.
Nope, never gonna do it.
It's time to gain some knowledge. You learn more here than you would in college. We're the smartest radio station. We are the leaders in education. Is it truth? Is it lies? Kevin's the host. He's got beady eyes. Fact or fiction?
Okay, we are smack dab into the Hanukkah season going on here. Runs, I think, through Monday, something like that.
Sounds about right.
Man, that was the first test I had for Suits, and I think he kind of failed it.
Yeah, what night are we on?
I think this is the fourth or fifth night. It started on either Sunday night or Monday night. I can't remember.
Oh, boy, that's not boding well.
This is so awesome because I'm known as the bad Italian on the
Yeah.
show. It's just nice to see someone else fail.
Definitely the bad Jewish
The
person
bad
on the show.
Jewish. The bad
nice.
Jewish and the bad Italian.
Hell of a combo.
Good heavens. Okay, so we're going to pen up Virginia and Jbird taking on Suits here in Hanukkah Fact or Fiction.
Okay.
Okay.
See how
Okay.
this goes.
You better bring it.
First one, Virginia Jbird, tell me, is this fact or fiction? Hanukkah is about the Jewish people escaping slavery in Egypt. Fact or fiction?
Hanukkah.
It doesn't feel right. It feels like Kevin trickery.
I thought it was about like lamp oil,
I'm thinking lamp oil. I'm thinking more spiritual stuff.
but maybe they had to have the lamps lead them away from slavery.
Also, we're dumb.
True.
Okay, we're gonna go what? Faction?
Faction?
Faction's not an answer I can accept.
This is us talking on the sidelines right here. Sorry. What do you want to go with?
Bad Jewish, bad Italian, bad radio.
Fact?
Fact.
Fact.
Gonna go fact. All right.
Virginia. We got to speed it up, too.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Okay, we're just getting started, Kevin.
Okay. All
Sorry.
right. Yeah. No, that the Exodus is about the Passover. Hanukkah actually celebrates the rededication of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem in the 2nd century BC. It started at sundown.
Spiritualism. I knew
Sunday.
it. I knew it. You're talking lamp
didn't
oil.
know.
Lamp oil?
Shut up.
Lamp oil, Sinicki.
Okay, Suits. Let's see here. You can take the lead here.
You can't do any
That's
worse.
true. I feel better now that you guys have gone at least once.
You should.
Okay, what do you think? Are fact or fiction? Hanukkah is the only Jewish holiday mentioned in the Torah, Jewish holy book.
It doesn't seem like it would be right, but oh man, I have no idea. I'm gonna just take a guess and say fiction.
Gonna go fiction. You are correct.
All right, that was a good guess, but
You should not feel good about that.
I
though.
don't. But
The
I'll take
Jews
the
up
point.
1-0. Okay. Yes.
Come on, Bird.
Yeah, they never actually mention it because the event it commemorates took place after the Torah was written.
Oh.
Just so you know. All right, here we go. Round 2. All right, Virginia and Jbird, Hanukkah fact or fiction. A real menorah only has room for 7 candles. Is that fact or fiction?
I'm trying to count it in my head. You got the 2, and then you got the 3, then the 2. I think that's fact, right?
2, the 3, and
No,
then the 2.
it's got to have 8, right? Don't you?
8 crazy nights.
Adam Sandler's our only hope to get this right.
That's the only thing you know about Hanukkah is from the Hanukkah song.
Okay, you're right. We'll go fiction then.
Yeah, it can't have 7, right? There's one in the middle that's
Yeah.
higher than the others.
She's right. It feels real good, actually.
Okay, so you're going to say fiction?
Oh, with confidence.
Okay, you are wrong
my
again.
Gosh, why did I listen to a witch?
Yeah.
It's only got 7?
Well, the thing that you are referring to, the menorah, is actually called a Chanukiah. It has 9 candles. It's used during the 8 days of Hanukkah to celebrate the fact that a 7-candle menorah stayed burning for 8 days when Jews only had enough oil to last 1 day. The 9th spot is for the candle that lights the other ones.
So you have a 7, 8, 9, and a 1 combination in there. That's why we were confused.
Could be.
Oh, my head's swimming.
Yeah.
So we did not.
There's 9 candles?
We're down by 2.
The ones we had 9.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn it.
All right, here we go. Back to Suits here. He's up 1 zip. Hanukkah fact or fiction. Jews are supposed to put their lighted candles in a window or outside their front door. Is that fact or fiction?
I'm going to say fact.
That is correct.
Oh.
2 for 2.
Answer's so quick.
Okay, our boy.
Yeah.
We used to put a menorah in the window. I didn't know
Okay.
why we did that, but that was
Yeah.
just to kind of shout.
Okay.
The idea is to let people passing your house see them. So you want to let people know.
It has significance.
Didn't know that. I just thought
Okay.
my mom liked to put it there.
Let's see if Virginia and Jbird can get one correct here. Hanukkah fact or fiction. The fact that the oil lasted 8 days is important because it was the only source of heat for Jews under siege in the temple. Is that fact or fiction?
That's a fact. That with confidence, that is a fact.
All right.
Yeah, because she doesn't know.
Damn it, Jbird.
Too hard.
We didn't get one right.
Not so far, no. The oil kept the temple's eternal flame lit until the Jews could prepare more olive oil to keep it burning for longer. If it went out, the temple would have been desecrated.
Olive oil, Jbird.
I got right down by olive oil.
It all leads back to you're a bad Italian. Italians love olive oil.
Yeah. All right, that's 3 strikes. All right, next one for Suits here. He is wiping the floor with you.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, fact or fiction for Hanukkah. There was a heated Hanukkah debate in early Judaism about whether to start with 1 candle on the first day and work up, or start with 8 and then work down. Is that fact or fiction? Did that cause a Jew brawl?
I don't know if there was a Jew brawl over that. That sounds weird. I don't know. I'm going to say
Jew brawl.
It doesn't seem right.
it doesn't seem right to me. I'm going to say fiction.
Gonna say fiction.
Oh, he tricked
There was a Jew
you.
brawl.
Yeah.
It's a cage match.
It was the house of Hillel versus the house of Shammai.
Oh, wow.
They were in disagreement about that.
Wow.
Yeah. And they did kind of like a West Side Story. They came out snapping and,
Okay.
and then bam, went down.
Suit, you knew about this?
I obviously didn't. I had no idea.
Obviously, he did not.
I'm curious who won. Who had the 1 candle going up?
Yeah.
Okay, final round here. Fact or fiction, Hanukkah dreidels sold in Israel have a different character on one side than dreidels sold in the rest of the world. Is that fact or fiction, Virginia and Jbird? So you're going to get a different kind of dreidel in Israel than you will the rest of the world. Fact or fiction?
I mean, don't dreidels all have to be the same?
It feels like they have to be the same.
Come on.
But is every Bible the same?
Aren't they?
Kevin?
Same as in what?
I don't even know. I don't even understand my own question. We're going fact, Kevin, because we don't know what the heck's going on. We're going with our guts.
Is that your answer?
We're going fact.
Your
Wait,
answer?
they're all the same.
No, I don't know. I forgot the question.
Oh, boy. Dreidels sold in Israel are basically have a different character on one side of them.
Different.
Yeah,
Are they different?
Yeah, the one sold in Israel different than the one
can't
sold in
be.
the rest of the world.
Yeah, it's fiction.
You're going to say it's fiction? Okay, you're consistently wrong on all of them. You didn't get one right.
Damn it.
That's really impressive because they're all 50-50.
We beat the odds.
Yeah, the odds of choosing everyone wrong is really amazing.
You want us to do breakfast today, Mama?
Ooh, can we do potato pancakes?
Yes, they are different. The characters stand for different stuff and the different countries. And finally, Suits for you. Rabbis are not allowed to play dreidel because it's considered gambling. Is that fact or fiction?
I think that's a fact.
You're going to say that is a fact, and you are incorrect as well.
It is gambling, though.
Oh.
You should play it with cannon.
So it wasn't that impressive of a round.
I got this 50-50. I'll take that. I'm happy.
Yeah, let's see here. Out of 8 possible, you guys got 2 right.
Wow, we're bad.
This has been a really poor showing.
Yeah,
not
pretty
good.
amazing stuff. Yeah. Well, you got a lot of holiday events getting going. I saw the photos from the Christmas tree lighting in Delray Beach, that 100-foot tall tree. Looked like a lot of fun. I think we were down there a couple of years ago when it was going on, and the Ave kind of cranks for that. It's a good little event. Tonight, you've got the Sandy tree lighting ceremony happening on the West Palm Beach waterfront.
Nice.
So that is going down. The Palm Beach Holiday Boat Parade is on Saturday in North Palm and Jupiter. And you've also got Ballet Palm Beach presenting the Nutcracker at the Kravis Center. That is going on this week as well. So if you're looking for some holiday stuff, that is all going to be kicking in. And you can also jump to kvjshow.com and vote on the best holiday event in South Florida. What is it? Well, the Sandy tree lighting ceremony right now is in third place of all the cool little holiday events you can check out in South Florida. Number one is the Winterfest Boat Parade.
Oh, yeah.
Top boats on that.
We've heard a lot, and we saw that thing one time. It's pretty impressive.
It is impressive. Yeah, so they get a big signature artist or some celebrity to be the Grand Marshal, and big old boats going down the New River in Fort Lauderdale.
And they get like Pitbull, Flow Rida, like level.
Big
Yeah.
name guys, yeah. And girls. Also, Santa's Enchanted Forest is number 2 on the list for the best holiday event.
That's my cut. That's got an underrated roller coaster. At least it did back in 2015 when I was on that.
The Crazy Mouse.
Yeah, the Crazy Mouse was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd like to hear from the people in Hialeah if it's still jamming, because I know they've traded locations, so they're not the same place anymore.
I just wasn't expecting a rockish type of roller coaster because it didn't look that big either. It really knocked. It was fun.
Number 4, you got the Palm Beach Holiday Boat Parade that's going on Saturday.
Yes, I'm so excited.
And then number 5 is the Santa Cons that happen in South Florida. Every big city has got one. It's a bar crawl where people dress up as Santa. So that's number 5 on the list.
Virginia's very against
I
that.
know she is.
Crazy.
It's really maybe the most stunning and unbelievable thing I heard all week.
I don't like it.
That's,
That's weird to me. I feel like you get a couple drinks in her, she would so be involved in it.
yeah, it feels like exactly her kind of thing. The other thing that is getting going today, Art Basel returns to Miami Beach today. It's going to be mainly at the Miami Beach Convention Center, but they got a whole bunch of different art displays all over Miami, and there's a whole bunch of posh parties. Most of them you have to be invited to or be on a VIP list for. And there's going to be all kinds of celebrities in town for all those events.
My friend who lives down there was telling me yesterday the hotel rooms have like quadrupled in their rates.
Really?
Like he said, it's insane right now if you try to get a hotel room.
I don't doubt it.
Oof.
I don't doubt it. And what it's like to get into those parties, I don't know, because everybody wants to get into the really good parties. And there are good parties, and then there are the ones that I get invited to. So I got invited to a couple of them, but I'm like, there's no way this is a good party if I got invited.
You got invited to the party at Mango's.
That's how you know it's low budget. If I got an invitation, that means it's not a good party.
He gets to go to the place, the daiquiri shop one.
Yes. So I'm like, there's no way this is going to be a good party. Yeah, but they've got a whole bunch of galleries, satellite art fairs, pop-up shows, celebrity-studded private events. And they say the big thing this year at Art Basel is going to be NFTs, something I don't even still really understand. It's digital artwork that you can sell and own, and apparently that is going to be the big new thing at Art Basel this year.
Virginia's eyes just glazed over.
Yeah, sorry.
The one thing that is cool, what is that? Ocean Drive now is closed to traffic.
Okay.
So you can walk it, and that's kind of fun.
Yeah,
There's no
absolutely.
cars there, and maybe
Yeah.
you can go down there and just stroll it.
Yeah, being around there, if you want to hit it up, if you want to brave it, this weekend might be good. You never know. You might see some celebrities
Take
around.
the Bright Line. Don't try to get a hotel room because they're too expensive.
Yeah.
And just make it a day trip.
Yeah, could be fun. So that's going to be going on as well.
Lizzo, did you see that clip she did? She did a painting. She did it with her butt, though. It's butt art. Are they going to have anything like that down there?
They might.
Is that the new kind of modern day butt art kind of a thing?
I think Lizzo's butt art would sell.
It would.
I kind of want to do her own butt art.
It probably wouldn't sell.
You have to see the video. She gets right down below the
She
paint.
put what's paint
and
on her butt cheeks?
She twerks for the camera's right on her butt, and she's twerking for the camera, and then she squats down and puts her butt in all this paint, and then she puts it on this canvas, and it's I don't know if they're selling it.
It's at Art Basel. That's what it's for.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that really it?
Yeah.
That's what she did it for?
It's really for Art Basel.
You can actually go buy Lizzo's butt art in Miami this weekend?
I guess so.
I know you guys won't do it, but I would love to do a butt art
I would do
competition
it.
with you guys.
I'd
We
do
all
it.
do our own butt art and see who has the best.
Well, the way I do it is I like to just hold a paintbrush between my cheeks.
Okay, wow, you're very detailed. I'm more of just a squish and
You're just gonna
splat.
squish and splat. I'm gonna.
Kevin is going to make it more of a piece.
Yeah, I'm a Picasso of the pooper.
I really want to see this competition happen.
What a great video
I'm
of me
in.
doing. Yeah, okay, you're in.
I am so in.
Butt art it is then. Got some celebrity birthdays today. Happy birthday to Charlie Puth. He's turning 30 today. Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers turns 38. Britney Spears having a birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday. You're free.
Yeah, she's free and 40 today.
That's the best birthday gift of all.
And Nelly Furtado turns 43 years old today. Also, happy birthday to Nicholas, turning 16. He's got his second basketball game at Coral Glades High. That went down yesterday.
Nice. Remember to follow your shot.
Dan? Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. Good tip there, Jbird. That's free, by the way. Happy birthday to our favorite sister. That is Jamie Lee Mercedes Salazar Walsh Medina Loon Ricardes Kilduff Gonzalez the First.
Wow, that is a long name.
I thought that was from all the people it's from. No, that's just one name.
That's awesome. I like that.
Okay.
It makes you sound important.
You stand
Yeah, it
out.
does.
You got a good story.
That's more than British royalty. Look, you all right? Did you get shot? Did Alec Baldwin come in here and shoot you?
Just pulled my
What is the matter with you? Did you hurt yourself sitting doing radio?
Yeah.
Oh
Only
my
person I've
gosh.
ever seen really hurting themselves so much doing radio.
pulled my knee.
Zach
What
Ben.
are you doing down there?
Sorry, Kevin, as you were.
Okay. Zach Ben, Jojo, and Mama Joan wishing you happy birthday there. Also, Alessandra Mondelli from Lynn U alum. Happy birthday today from Dad, Mom, RC, and B. 39th birthday to my wife and mother to our two awesome kids, Wesley and Jackson. Nathan had sent that in from the beautiful Hypaluxo. Also, a shout out, 5th birthday to Allie Bear from Mom, Dad, and John. John, love you so much. Also, a belated birthday for Eric, turning 8 from your mom, and got a photo of him when he was younger here in the KVJ studios.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cutie.
Great photo.
I love
Back
that.
into that. So there you go. Happy birthday. If you got a birthday, want to get on the KVJ show, let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. Jbird has been troubled by the vending machine that we have here. It was supposed to be an upgrade, but apparently it is not. But I thought everything was resolved because he was talking about the temperature issues, but now he was saying the ice cold sodas are delicious. They apparently were like room temp before, so I thought we had our problem solved, but apparently not. This is still an ongoing issue, Bird.
Well, at this point, I will say the temperature has been fixed. The drinks are cold
Okay.
of late. We still do have an issue with it being very slow.
Okay.
We have a variety issue.
Okay. So there's still problems.
It's not completely fixed.
Okay.
If you ask people behind the scenes, although I'm the only one publicly speaking in Virginia. When I bring it up now, people kind of start to they shy away from this. It's caused a stir.
So you have a solution, but you're going to have to present it to management. So what is your solution, and should you even take it to management or not? Is this just something they're going to just blow off?
Well, it's going to save the company money. I think they like that, don't they?
They do.
Okay.
I met a cat who is a big KVJ fan.
Meow.
He loves KVJ. It's a person, a cat. You know, I gotta stop saying that on the air. It confuses people. I met this dude.
Okay.
He's in the vending machine world, and he said he would do our vending machine, give us a better vending machine,
Okay.
and we're talking breakfast sandwiches, Virginia. We're talking everything we've been dreaming about. He said because he loves our show so much, he would cut all kinds of cost. He would make sure it's the Cadillac of vending machines.
Wow.
But that means
Okay.
somebody would be now.
Having to sleep with him.
I think I'm gonna have to, but
Okay.
for this
Small
kind of
price to pay.
for this vending machine,
You will gladly give it up for an egg sandwich.
I should get employee of the month for this one because
That's what it takes, huh?
This vending machine.
At least hooker of the week.
Yeah.
he's-
Quite an award.
I'd be bringing some real nice like snacks to our building, but that means it would have to get into a peeing match with the I don't know if there's a contract.
There's a current contract.
Yeah.
I can promise you that. And I don't know if they're ready to break that contract.
And is this big enough news to sit down with the head boss?
No.
What? Dog, they're listening possibly.
I'm just kidding. Of course it is.
You're the only other person that's being public with me.
I'm
about
the only voice of reason talking to you.
I think. Look, if you don't like saving money for the company and you don't want delicious snacks,
Yeah.
forget I said anything. Forget I said a word. Forget I mentioned breakfast sandwiches on 2 rows of the vending machine.
2 rows?
2 rows, he guaranteed me.
Different meats?
Different meats, different varieties.
Ham and sausage?
Whatever you want. He'll take.
Have you seen his machines and, making sure that he can, because if, you stick your neck out and you make this happen, let's say they're like, okay, well, let's just go on ahead and we trust Jbird on this. Let's just say that the new vending machine comes in and it's actually a downgrade from what we have. And everybody in the building's like, what is going on?
I've always been a man that likes to take chances, even if the failure is great. I don't care. I think this could work out.
Okay. All right.
But Virginia's right. There's a contract.
Yeah.
I heard a very wise man say, don't be ashamed to fall from the top of the ladder. Be ashamed to fall from the second rung.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Stephen Sondheim.
I don't know who that is.
He falls a lot.
You saying no? Don't have a sit down?
I mean, you have to go find out. It's one simple question with Patty.
Yeah.
When is the contract up on the vending machine we have now? Because there might be a financial penalty to try to break that contract early.
And you're going on a guy you don't know very well's word that he's going to be better than what we have.
And he's a cat.
Well, he really is a nice guy. He's legit. No,
Have you ever met him face to face?
Yes, I've met him face to face.
But have you seen his vending machine in person?
I've seen his work from the videos he was showing me.
Okay.
And he's legit. He's not lying.
Okay.
He's a legit person.
Are we getting catfished?
We are not getting catfish. I promise.
Again.
I promise. This one's legit.
All right, Jaybird's sticking his neck out with the vending issues here in the building.
I don't have any kind of confidence about talking to the boss now.
You're not going to get to a boss about this.
Don't.
You're going to get the boss's assistant.
Do not bug the boss about this.
I could get to a boss.
If
but
you went into the boss's office, you'd be like, yeah, Patty, could you come in here real quick? Yeah, can you talk to Jaybird real fast about this?
Can you make sure
security.
he never comes in my office again?
I'm telling you guys, I would get us the best vending machine you have ever seen. You know I would bring the goods. This guy, he's legit.
Okay. All right. See if Bird can make it happen. Today's KVJ draft is going to be for the best Christmas characters. This is any character that is associated with Christmas. Can be from movies, specials, songs, literature, whatever it might be.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what the parameters will be. All right, pulling out a card to see what the order is going to be. I pulled out a jack.
Ooh.
Oh. So I'll be going closer to the top, hopefully. Virginia, what did you draw?
I got a 6.
Okay. Bird, what did you get?
Feeling real fine with my 9.
Oh.
Okay. And Dennys, what did you get over there?
I got a 4.
Okay. And what did Suits get?
Suit's got a queen.
Wow. Okay. Well, that just seems fitting that the Jewish guy gets to pick first. Okay. Here we go. All right. Suits. Talking KVJ draft best Christmas characters. How great's it going to be when Suits wins this one? Okay.
That would be funny.
It would, yes. The irony.
I mean, I feel like you have to take Santa, right?
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
Yeah.
talk about googling Gary.
Yep.
It's
That one I actually knew.
Yeah.
I've heard of him before.
it's a logical pick.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not exciting.
Well, you know what, Suits? With my second pick, I'm going to throw it back in your face. I'm taking Baby Jesus.
Damn. Kevin took Baby Jesus.
I got Baby Jesus. And so it's going to be a battle of Santa versus Baby Jesus.
Very, very cool.
Okay, Bird, you got the next pick.
I'm taking grown-up Jesus.
Just straight up Jesus.
Can you do that?
He's not part
He's
of
not
the
in
Christmas
the
story.
nativity.
But he is in Christmas songs. Okay, all right. I'll take it back. I will go with Bumble the
What?
the abominable snowman from
Did you just bumble?
You bumbled Bumble.
Well, y'all took Jesus away from me. I'm gonna go with the abominable
What's the irony of
snowman
that?
Bumble.
from Rudolph. From Rudolph, the clay.
Yes.
The clay. Oh,
The bumble.
boy. You guys took away adult Jesus. So.
Okay, yes. Arguably, you can't put adult Jesus in here.
Okay.
Okay, Virginia, you got the next pick.
I am taking Cousin Eddie.
Ooh, National Lampoon's Vacation.
Christmas Vacation, Cousin Eddie. He's a rock star.
Okay. All right, Dennys, you are picking last, but that means you got the next 2 picks in our snake draft.
All right, so I think I'm going to start off with Buddy the Elf from Elf.
Oh, man, that's a solid pick.
Good one, yeah.
Solid pick, Dennys.
Everybody
Yep.
likes that, Buddy the Elf. I think secondly, I am going to go with, I might go with Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh man.
Okay. All right. Okay, we got next, Virginia. What are you going to pick?
I am going to take Kevin McAllister from Home Alone.
Ooh, okay. That's a solid one as well. Okay, now we are back to Jbird. Would you like to take adult Kevin McAllister?
Damn, you got trolled.
I did. It's not a great round again. I'm gonna go with Little Krampus.
What is it?
Krampus.
Krampus? Okay. How do you spell that?
Krampus.
Okay, Krampus. Okay. All right.
Everybody's like, who?
The scary,
The bad Santa.
the bad Santa.
Oh.
The scary. Y'all
The
don't
one
know-
that punishes you, not rewards you.
I've heard the stories of him, but I've never seen his work.
I don't think I'm gonna win this round.
Not feeling good about it?
Even if I bring up Mrs. Claus in the whole mix.
I don't even think you're saying it right. I think it's Krampus.
Whatever, dog. You say Krampus, I say Krampus.
Okay, for my next pick, I am going to go with John McClane from Die Hard.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
All right, Suits, you got the next 2 picks here in the KVJ draft for the best Christmas characters.
I'm going to keep it generic and holiday themed. I'm going to do Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
Okay.
and the Grinch.
Oh, Suits. Dang, look at that. The Jewish guy's going to win the Christmas draft.
I think he is.
I mean,
mean,
that's
that's
some
just-
power players.
That really is.
I love it so much.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, wow. Okay, let me see then. I am going to go with... I'm going to go Clark Griswold.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Okay, I'll wrap up with that. All right, Bird, your final pick.
I don't want to play anymore. Let me see here.
He's lost all
He's got
hope.
spun around in this one,
I might
yeah.
as well just go down in flames. Only talking about Ma Otter from Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Ma Otter's where it's at.
Oh, man.
Okay. All right, and then finally, Virginia, your final pick?
I'm picking the fake Santa from Elf, played by Artie Lang. I loved him.
Oh, I mean, okay. You're giving me a run for my money. I'm trying to get last place.
She doesn't want to let you have
She
it.
is not going to let me have it.
Okay, Dennys, your final pick.
For my final pick, I think I'm going to go Jack Skelton from A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
Oh, okay, kind of like the Krampus kind of road. I get it.
Okay, so here's what we got. These are the teams of 3 for the KVJ draft for best Christmas characters. Suits has got Santa, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and the Grinch. I've got Baby Jesus, John McClane from Die Hard, and Clark Griswold.
You don't have to read mine, Kev.
Jbird has got the Bumble from Rudolph, the Krampus, and Ma Otter.
The abominable snowman. He really is. You know, that's how everyone knows him. But his name is Bumble.
Okay.
If you got to explain it, it's not good.
Virginia's got Cousin Eddie from National Lampoon's Vacation, Kevin McAllister from Home Alone, and then the fake Santa from Elf. And then Denny's has got Buddy the Elf, Ebenezer Scrooge, and Jack Skelton from Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay. All right. Some of the ones that we did not pick here today. Yukon Cornelius.
I thought about him instead of Bumble.
Okay.
I should have went with Yukon.
Yeah, he's popular. Nobody went Ralphie from A Christmas Story.
Yeah, I'm just kind of annoyed by Ralphie.
I don't know if Ralphie's the reason why I love the Christmas Story. I think it's the supporting cast. Ralphie might be the annoying one, and everyone else is awesome.
Okay. You do have Walter, the dad from Elf. And
Walter was great.
Yeah. You've got Hans Gruber from Die Hard.
I know, but once you took
John McClane. Yeah. George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life.
George Bailey's great.
Yeah, nobody went with that. Scott Calvin from Santa Claus. That was Tim, whatever his name is, character.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen, yeah. Also, Willie Stokes. He was Bad Santa. Nobody went that route.
Did anyone pick Rudolph?
Yeah.
Okay.
Suits did.
Yeah.
Do you want? Is it a cool move to do a Vixen or a Blitzen instead of a Rudolph? Is that too alternative?
It's not going to win it for you.
It's not going to win.
I don't think so.
I'm picking Donner.
The people, if you pick a Donner, the people don't support that.
Probably not. Yeah. It's probably not going to win it. You did have a Hermie the Elf. Nobody went Hermie. The dentist. No,
he's too annoying.
Yeah. Okay.
You also had, they might be too obscure, Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh, which I almost picked.
That's true.
That would have been good.
Yeah, that could have been good.
Or Kris Kringle from Miracle on 34th
yeah,
Street.
nobody went. He was a really good Santa.
He was a great Santa. He might be the best Santa.
You had mentioned even characters and songs. Would this have played well? The little boy from Christmas Shoes.
I think it's a girl, isn't it?
Or the little girl from... Is it a little girl? Is it a little girl?
I thought it was.
How does your list that's not your list suck, too?
Gosh.
Even his alternative list is terrible.
I'm such a Christmas witch.
Oh, my gosh. Of course, lots of comments on our picks for the KVJ draft for the best Christmas characters of all time. I knew this was going to be a fight. People were saying, Kevin, thinking that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. What? I know it's going to get that, but hey, if you don't think it is, then you can't vote for me.
But you're known as controversial Kevin
That's
around
it.
these parts.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm going for.
Technically, you could have voted Gizmo or a Gremlin.
Yeah,
right?
you could have. Yeah.
You could have put Gizmo.
Damn it, I love Gremlins. I just bought Gremlins. I just bought a whole set.
Yeah, could have gone with that.
I mean, you have blown it a lot
Arguably
today.
could have gone with
I
that.
just bought a set of Gremlins, Dennys.
Why do you even
Christmas
come in?
Christmas A lot of people upset we didn't go with Frosty the Snowman.
Too creepy, horrifying. Never trusted that thing.
It's Florida. We don't even see him.
What is up with Frosty? You put a hat on him, and ooh, he's magical. He's walking around, hanging out with kids. No thanks.
Your carrot nose. It's a little phallic.
Yeah, his eyes aren't creepy.
Not since Kevin Ralston.
That's
We've
right.
seen creepier eyes.
You're right.
Kevin, we hate Frosty the Snowman.
We want to fight him.
Somebody saying heat miser or cold miser. Nobody went with that. Nobody went with Jack Frost. Nobody went with Elf on the Shelf.
And this just in, it was a boy in the song Christmas Shoes. It's not a little girl.
It's a boy.
It's a boy,
Okay. Well, finally you got one right.
Confirm.
Okay, good stuff. Also, nobody went with Harry the Wet Bandit from Home Alone.
I had the Wet Bandits and the Sticky Bandits written down just in case. But
I had the Wet Bandits down too. I had the Wet Bandits, but I don't know. I liked the nasty Santa from Elf better.
he took McAllister, so I was like,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. You can go vote on our Facebook and Instagram. Tomorrow, right about this time, we'll announce who the winner is. And so much hate about picking Die Hard. So
Wow. Could you lose it all
You
for
know what?
Die Hard?
I went with it because I figured if you're passionate about thinking it is a Christmas movie, you're going to vote. But there's a lot of people who'd be like, no.
Stand your ground, give it back.
Well, it's going to be a really big battle because I got Baby Jesus.
I know.
People can't vote against Baby G. Not at least Christians.
It's kind of toy, yeah. It's
gonna be tough.
The reason for the season?
Some people will vote because it's against because it's baby Jesus.
That's right. Kevin got religious.
Controversial Kev. That's what they call him.
They wanted that adult Jesus.
I mean, this one is going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
Suits is going to win it, but
He is weirdly.
Oh, he's gonna blow us apart.
What?
Oh, he's gonna blow us away.
I'm glad you threw that last word in
He's
there.
gonna blow us away.
Okay, Bumble.
All right, here we go. It is a whole new day, and I hope y'all are ready to laugh.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Dennys Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
Yeah, I get you going.
Oh, what a cute. We got 2 new intro songs this week.
We have another one, Do It Bitch, coming out on Wednesday or Tuesday.
Wow. Look at you. Somebody worked over Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Denny's got the jokes. We're going to let them know what we think of them. What you got here today for us, Denny's?
All right, first joke. Why did the pirate become a boxer?
Why did the pirate become a boxer? I don't know. Why?
He had a mean left hook.
Oh, yeah.
Get him.
Yeah. Okay.
Second joke. What drinking game did Bambi play in college?
Drinking game did Bambi play in college? I don't know. Which one?
Deer pong.
Deer pong. Yeah.
That's a good joke.
Yeah, that's good.
We love deer pong.
We love drinking.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Third joke. What did the early bird receive when they were commemorated?
Early bird received when they were commemorated. I don't know. What did they receive?
A warm welcome.
I mean, 3 for 3, kid.
A warm welcome. Okay.
Fourth joke. What did the French pastry say to the baker?
I don't know. What did the French pastry say to the baker?
Quiche my ass.
I like it's edgy.
Oh, yeah, real edgy. Yeah, finally here. Who does a snowman pick up when they're lonely?
I don't know. Who does a snowman pick up when they're lonely?
A prostitute.
Hey, that's a grand slam, Josh. That's a grand slam.
Nice.
Shock, paper, scissors. That is the game. Rock, paper, scissors doesn't really work on the radio, but you throw in a shock collar, all of a sudden it's fun. Okay.
You're right. It is.
Yeah.
It's more
It's
exciting.
fun unless you're wearing the shock collar.
Yeah. This you love playing it, but you just hate being the person that's wearing the shock collar. That's where the shock part comes in. So it's rock, paper, scissors with a shock collar called Shock, Paper, Scissors. Denny's is the last person on the show to go through this, so he's strapped up with the shock collar right now. Okay, so we play rounds of rock, paper, scissors. If he loses the round, then he gets shocked.
Yeah, just right off the bat, I'm gonna. Stick
I didn't
with-
want to hear it.
I'm gonna stick with rock, just to let you know.
Rock rhymes with shock.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Denny's, you take me on first. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I went paper, you went scissors. Denny's got me. Got me. All right. Okay, he escapes one. All right, now you play Virginia to see if you will get shocked.
I love paper. Always chasing that paper. I'm going paper.
Okay.
You guys.
She's stealing my act.
You guys. All right.
If you do it before him, you're not the hack. He is.
I mean, okay.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
throw.
Oh, cutting.
I threw paper.
Wow.
He threw scissors.
Denny's, he's dialing it in here.
Get it, Denny's.
Okay, now who did the worst out of anybody? Was it
Me and you.
because I lost 2 out of 4.
I lost 2 out of 4.
Okay. And Suits lost 2 out of 4 as well. Okay. Virginia's the only person that has gone through this and hasn't had to get shocked one time.
With
Yeah.
skills on point.
Okay.
I mean, 70% of our audience is so annoyed.
Okay. All right, let's see here. Now you're going to be taking on the bird.
Oh, gosh.
Shock, paper, scissors here.
It's straight up rock.
Okay. All right. Ready here? Okay, gentlemen. Do the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Let's see what you got.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, he did rock. Never know with this guy.
Denny's went scissors and Bird won the first shock for Denny's.
Do you want to do it, Bird, since you brought him down? Give us a countdown.
You did that one right there?
Yep.
All right, it's time. Do 3, 2, 1, dance.
Oh,
All right. It works.
He pressed it like 6
I'm
times.
doing a hoedown over here.
That was an interesting little dance you did there, too.
Ho down.
Yeah, okay. All right, Denny's is stepping up here, and he is the final one to take on Suits here. Suits has got it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, gentlemen, go ahead whenever you're ready.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, he did too. I did scissors every time.
Gosh.
Okay.
Who's getting me
You
this
got to
time?
get it again? Okay, here's Bird. Bird will give it to you.
great. She went, dance! Dance!
He's even peaceful when you shock
really
him.
is.
He
You're
doesn't scream.
Like, I didn't even know you were like shocking him at first. And he's yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay. There you go. All right. Everybody who's played, everybody is done with shock, paper, scissors. Nice job. On our KVJ Show Facebook page last night, we had asked this question. If you could get away with one thing with zero repercussions, what would it be? I think we've all talked about that, where just be kind of fun. There's a devilish side to all of us. But one thing, what would you love to do? I don't know why. Probably 1,000 times in my head, I have gone through what I do if I'm in a police chase. The police are chasing me. You got news helicopters. I'm in the vehicle. What am I doing? I've already got it all mapped out. I know exactly what I'm doing. I already got my escape all planned out. And I really just, I would love to do a dry run to see if it works. Because my whole plan is I go into a parking garage where they have a storm sewer. I know where it is. I park the car, I pop down into the storm sewer, and by the time they get to me, they can't find me, and it's like, where did he go? The car's here, he's gone. And I'm down into the storm sewers, and I'm scurrying my way like a little tunnel rat.
He's crafty.
Yeah.
He's worked out beforehand and gone through the tunnel.
I know exactly where to go.
He knows where to turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would know the streets, too, that have those big old shade trees, so you kind of start to disappear. Because you notice that. Because I've watched so many of these car chases. They're so fascinating. I watch all the way to the last minute to see what happens. And that's the times where they get them. If they go on a street with a lot of trees and shade, they start to disappear a bit. Where could they go? So that's the one thing that I would love to do. Has there ever been anything, if you could get away with it with zero repercussions, what would you want to do?
I totally got one.
Okay, what's yours, Virginia?
Murder?
No.
Okay.
Is yours murder?
No, that's not.
Who do you want to kill, Bird? What's yours, Virginia?
Mine would be a bank heist where I get to go into the vault.
Okay.
Where they have those security boxes, those safety security boxes. What do you call them? I forget the name of them. But anyway, it's where people go and store their valuables in this little box inside the bank.
Yeah.
I just want like a whole day of being able to be in that vault and nobody knows I'm in there, like on a Sunday when the bank is closed. I'm in there all day and I get to open all the safety security boxes and get any stuff I want.
Yeah.
And no ramifications. They don't know it was me.
Yeah.
That's where people store their coolest, even dangerous, even like stolen property, jewels.
This was something that I listened to a podcast to. Really happened. It was a Central or South American country. Happened somewhere in like the 2000 teens and they had that strategy because they went in to get the valuables in the boxes. They knew how much it was. It was easier to fence all that stuff. And they had kind of the same plan where they used the sewers and escape by a river and all that stuff, and they didn't know where they were. The cops thought they had hostages, and the whole time they're escaping.
Wow.
While they're in there trying to negotiate with hostages, and they had a guy that was like he was in the phone, like they made it look like they bungled the whole thing. And the cops like, ha, we got them. They're trapped in the bank and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, they're escaping the entire time.
Wow, that's slick.
It's quite a caper, yeah. In fact, that was the fourth most popular answer. Robbing a casino or a bank. Michelle had said that. A lot of people loved her comment when we asked that on the KVJ Show Facebook page. What's yours, Bird?
I want to be one of the top guys in the mafia and kick somebody out of my neighborhood. You're my turf? No. Now you got to talk to me, little Bird over here. I want to be in the mafia.
Yeah.
And whatever that entails. I don't know. Maybe someone's got to go silent. Maybe got to run some numbers. All I know is the food's going to be good.
Okay, so you're going to be a mafia...
Just high-end, top dude in the
mafia.
mafia.
Like a captain?
Like a captain.
Yeah, okay.
A made man, if you will.
And they're never going to get you for any of your crimes.
You can't kill a made man.
Okay.
And if you do, you've really messed up. The finest foods in the city.
Yeah. Good Italian food.
Good Italian food, good
Bada
Italian
Bing
women.
Club.
Bada Bing, I mean, come on. I'm in The Sopranos now.
Yeah.
I've been watching The Sopranos lately.
The top most popular answer when we asked this question on our KVJ Show Facebook page, if you could get away with one thing with zero repercussions, what would it be? Lori had the answer people like the most: to eat whatever I want, whenever I want, without gaining weight.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just crimes.
Oh, yeah, I was going crime.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
Oh, it doesn't have to be crime? Oh, I have so many of these.
Oh, yeah. Al, or AL, had said vigilanteism. Bad drivers, parkers, rude customers, people who take up the entire grocery store. I'd like to give them a beat down with a lead pipe. No repercussions.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a waste of your no repercussions pass.
I agree.
Okay. That was the second most popular answer.
We're violent people
Yeah.
as a species.
You got to turn this into a profit situation, people. What are we thinking here?
Gemma had the third most popular answer. She said, hack into a computer and erase all my student loans.
Oh, profit situation. I like it.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm really starting to get the old wheels turning.
While you're in there, erase your mortgage and your credit card debt.
Yeah. Mark said, I'd like to banish my mother-in-law to a deserted island. No repercussions. Jake said, I would like to sleep with this really hot girl at work. I'm assuming Jake is in a relationship, though, and that's what the repercussions are about.
My wife won't let me.
Yeah, a lot of wives a lot of times aren't into that. A lot of times. And Sandra said, I would get my boss fired.
Oh, scandalous.
All right, anything to add to it? If you could get away with one thing with zero repercussions, what would it be? Oh, this is one of the top answers now that people are texting in. If you could get away with one thing with zero repercussions, what would it be? One person said, I would just love to stand up in my next meeting and tell everybody I work with to F off.
And then, yeah, nothing happens.
And then there's
to
no
you.
repercussions. It's not like, hey, you can't really stand up and tell everybody to F off.
Yeah, if it was specific to this job, I'd say, you know what, Kev, delete all commercials and all music and let's just let it fly without any repercussions.
He's got a lot to say.
You're right, a lot.
Tom said if I could get away with one thing with zero repercussions, I would make the Kardashians magically disappear.
Now, we know you wouldn't really waste your one wish on that.
Oh, Virginia.
Well, just think how much good in the world would happen if they were gone. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, if you want to jump into the discussion, it's on the KVJ Show Facebook page. Go subscribe, follow along. It's kind of like a little window into the interesting behavior of the world. People send us in their confessions via text at 877-979-WRMF, and we get to hear these salacious stories of what people are saying. Got a whole bunch of them today. I just got actually tons and tons and tons. People just like getting stuff off their chest, I guess.
It's the holiday season.
Okay.
People want to be pure.
Yeah, just kind of let it all go. I love that. Some of the confessions that we have. This one text says, I once was in a rage before I got sober and went off on sweet Dennys because I think I got my phone call dumped. It was something small and stupid, and I don't remember what it was all about, but I have felt like a bitch ever since.
He gets yelled at all the time. We say all the crazy stuff, and then I'll walk in during commercial break and be, yeah, well, that's just their opinion, and they didn't really mean anything by it. I understand your frustration.
Yeah.
He's got the right temperament for the trade.
Yeah.
There was one woman yelling at him so hard, I had to start listening to it.
Yeah.
I made him put it on the speakerphone,
Yeah.
and she said that, tell Jason that he makes every single woman cringe in his audience anytime he talks about parenting. Every single woman.
That's entertaining.
It was so funny.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Maybe that was her, the one who's apologizing
Maybe
now.
it was.
She might have just gone off the deep end.
She sounded like she might have
Yeah.
been on something, so that makes sense.
Okay. This confession says, I still log into my ex's Domino's app and wait for him to have a free pizza coupon so I can use it.
Wow, that's diabolical.
Snagging the free pizza coupons. Okay. Somebody else confessing here. They sent in a text. It says, I once met Flo Rida in a club, and I told him I was a huge fan of his. He then asked which album I liked, and I couldn't name any.
People do that all the time. I'm such a fan. What's your favorite song? The one they play on the radio?
I love low.
That's awesome.
Another confession says, I had my butt cheeks and crack waxed for the first time recently.
Okay.
I'm enjoying the feeling, but now my farts are noisier than ever. It seems like the hair acted as a muffler.
How much hair did you have?
Well, enough to go to get it taken care of. So I think we had
Is
probably.
that from a guy or a girl?
I hope it's from a guy. I mean, wow. If it's not.
I mean, to have the hair in the crack is normal. To have the hair on the cheeks,
Yeah.
I think that's more of a dude thing.
The innards, I think everyone's got on some level, but you're right.
Yeah.
The butt beard is not something that we all have.
Yeah.
Where it's on the cheeks.
Right.
Okay.
If you had a girl take off her pants and she had bushy butt buns, what would you do? What would you say?
I wouldn't say it would make her feel bad. I'm not like you. I don't make people feel bad about their insecurities publicly. I would hold it in like a normal human.
And then come on the radio and talk about it.
No, I don't do that either. I wait at least 2 years, Virginia.
This confession says, I have $45,000 sitting in my bank account and I can't do anything with it. I won it on a betting site and my wife and family hate gambling and she would divorce and disown me if they knew I gambled.
Wow.
Wow, that's some heavy.
That's kind of crazy.
That's not as light and fun as butt hair.
Well, I'll be happy to take it off your hands if you can't figure out what to do with it.
I would think you'd be able to take a little bit here and there, right? You just can't like all of a sudden come, with a brand new Tesla.
Yeah, I mean, just do some little extravagant things for yourself. Like every day for lunch, instead of going to the drive-thru, go to the Breakers.
That was a big thing in Goodfellas where they all got the money. They did a big heist and they don't spend any of the money too much and they start spending it too much.
Oh, yeah.
Too much attention. You got to be able to do it.
On the DL.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. This confession says, I once walked around a corner too fast in Publix and I bumped into a little old lady. She was mildly jostled, but unhurt, and in my panic, I tried to say both, I'm so sorry, and are you okay? But unfortunately, they both came out jumbled together at the same time, resulting in it coming out as, are you sorry?
Are you sorry?
Oh, that's... Are you sorry?
How rude.
How rude. I mean, jeez. You just walked in a little old lady and you say, are you sorry?
You should be kicked out of
That's
Publix.
just terrible. That's just terrible. Somebody else confessing, they say, when my wife isn't in earshot, I skip pages in the children's bedtime stories. I find it so utterly boring, and if they don't notice either, me skipping the pages, then they clearly aren't even following the storyline.
Oh, every kid's world we've ever done, I've never read the story. I've made up everything that I was reading, and I'm not going to lie, my version was better.
Doesn't everybody skip pages?
I don't know. He feels like he needs to confess it. I guess he thinks his wife would be upset if he did.
If that's the worst thing that's going on.
Yeah. You're an angel if that's the worst thing you do.
You're not going to the bar and getting hammered and coming home and...
This one's a little bit worse. This confession that somebody texts into us says, when I was at boarding school, I sawed 3/4 of the way through the back legs of the headmaster's chair in the dining hall. And when he sat down, he smashed backward into the trophy cabinet. Piping hot soup poured onto his dog, which subsequently attacked him.
Oh, man.
The dog wasn't having it.
Hell no.
You caused all this. Oh, you getting bit.
Have you ever had soup on your snout? It's not
Oh, my
fun.
God. So the guy crashes down, then his dog attacks him.
Well, that's just an unfortunate...
That would go so viral on TikTok.
Oh, my gosh.
All of it. There's so much of that to go
that's just
viral.
terrible. His own dog attacked him. He says I still feel bad about it.
It's amazing.
Oh my gosh. Does anybody do this? Somebody confessing, every time I lock my car with my key fob, I pretend I've just blown it up and I'm walking away without looking back.
I do all those little things. Don't feel bad.
Okay.
Like you're in a movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Boom. Here I go. Just got this one came in. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, I was a model for a body painting canvas, and I've got the actual painting now hanging in my living room. It's huge. It's about 4 feet by 3 feet, and I've hosted friends and family and work parties, and nobody has ever realized that they're actually looking at my own naked body.
Wow, that's sexy.
And it excites you.
Yeah,
that's
I
why.
think it does.
Oh, that's why they're
Yeah.
texting it in. It excites
Yeah.
them.
You should do that, Bird.
They're gonna know. You would know my ass in a lineup. Everyone would know.
You have a distinctive
I do.
shape.
I do.
This confession says, whenever I'm asked my occupation, I tell people I'm a chef. I actually just run the fryer at Checkers.
Oh, that's okay, boo.
You know what?
One day you're sweeping the floors, next week it's the fries.
Exactly.
You got to work your way up to that.
You will be a chef.
Yes, you will. You'll be on that line.
This one says, my husband is a raging mansplainer, and rather than suffocate him in his sleep, I clean the dog's teeth with his toothbrush.
You're both psycho. You both don't belong. You both are crazy.
Jeez. This confession says, I sincerely hope that if anything happens to me, nobody discovers the 188 farts I've recorded on my phone. This includes 33 I have favorited because I particularly enjoyed them. He's got a fart file?
And if you
or
think,
she, I don't know.
Look, and if you think that person's lying, people are weird, man. I'm guaranteed someone's listening right now that has a fart file.
If I started dating somebody and they told me that, like on date 3, I would fall out laughing and like them more.
You would like them more.
I would.
Wow. My oldest sister would too. All farts are funny to her.
But I think if you started dating a girl and you found out she did that, you'd be kind of a little turned off.
Oh, jeez.
I'd so be turned off. I don't want to date anyone that's doing a fart file.
188?
Yeah. I'm not that. Don't act like I'm the weird one for not being down.
I'm just pointing out our differences. I'm not saying anything about how weird you are, although you are weird.
My sister, I think my oldest sister would be she would think if she was already into the dude, the fart file would put her over the edge. Go, oh, I really like this guy.
It would mean that he was running a comedy bit for himself,
Yeah.
which is so interesting to me. And that just proves to me that he only cares about making himself laugh. And I like that kind of guy.
Okay, all right. Virginia's in. And this confession finally says, when working at a supermarket, a woman once asked me where something was, but I was so hungover, I couldn't even think. I didn't know the answer. I said, yeah, hold on. Wait a second. Let me go find out. Well, as I walked away, I wound up having to run to the bathroom to barf right after, and I never even returned to her, and I sometimes wonder if she's still standing there.
Chances are she found
Probably,
it.
yeah, she probably finally just
You
walked
can
away.
release your pain and
Yeah,
guilt.
That's right. Boy, that one about the dog attacking the headmaster.
that was the best one.
That's the
man.
best.
All right, got a confession? Text them into us, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, I know what it takes to get kicked out of a South Florida mall. Done it once before myself. But there is a Colombian model who poses nude for Playboy and found another way to get kicked out of a South Florida mall. She was dressed to look like the Nutcracker, but is mainly body paint. She only had her bikini bottoms on.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. She's got like 9 million followers on Instagram, by the way, too.
Shocking.
Well, if she looks good, I'm not mad at her.
Wait, the hot girl's got a lot of Instagram followers?
Yeah, I know. It's a hot Colombian Playboy model in Miami. Yeah. Yeah. Well, just so you know, they don't allow hot Playboy models to stand basically naked in the middle of the mall as a Nutcracker.
You only
And she
need to
was
do
escorted out of
it
the
for
mall.
like a minute, though, to get your TikTok on.
Guess how many views it got on Instagram?
It broke the internet. I'm going to go 37 million.
37 million. Wow, that was a lot. What do you think, Virginia?
How many
Good guess.
views on Instagram? I would say
How many views should you get for that?
200 million.
Gonna go 200 million? Okay. 1.6. You guys
Oh, we don't know.
Oh, you went even higher than that.
That is good. I'm like, wow.
We don't know.
Yeah. How many is that worth? Yeah, 1.6.
1.6. Okay.
Okay. Hundreds of kids got into a huge brawl at a trampoline park in Tampa.
Oh, my.
It's unknown what really started the fight, but it got out of control rather quickly, and there's a video now of the incident. It shows security personnel trying to intervene. The business closed early to move everybody involved outside, and cops say about 200 kids were involved, mostly teens. Nobody was arrested.
Huh.
Yeah, those fights are happening all over the place now. They like
Yeah.
video. It's crazy, isn't it?
It is insane.
Yeah. There's a man in Naples, Florida, got arrested after he set his roommate's mattress on fire.
That'll do it.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's not being a good roomie.
No, the roommate told the police that he let the 22-year-old man move into the home just weeks before and had heard him repeatedly commenting about burning down the home. 2 other roommates smelled smoke and saw the man running from the kitchen area near the victim's bedroom. Firefighters were called and put out the fire before it spread to the home. Fire investigators determined a lighter had been used to intentionally set the mattress on fire in the bedroom, and that guy was then arrested for arson. So.
Is it me or does that guy run a little hot?
Yes.
Yeah.
You better be scared, Dennys. He got them jury jokes.
Yes, he does. Hello. There's a guy in Louisiana got arrested for trying to break into his neighbor's house yesterday, and he told the cops that a big snake told him to do it. He also did admit that he smoked a ton of crack less than an hour before it happened. So
That's just it. When you smoke a lot of crack, you think snakes are trying to eat you.
Yeah, you see one of them big Beetlejuice snakes.
That's how you know it's really, really good crack.
yeah, that explains what happened there. There's a woman in Turkey that sued after she went in for a laser facial. The problem that was going on was apparently the technician was having an argument with her boyfriend and didn't even notice she was burning the woman's face.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, those lasers are no joke. I do those on my face, and
Yep.
Rocco was in the room with me the other day, and he's like, Mommy, what's that burning smell? And I'm like, it's my skin.
It is weird when you're getting a service done and people start arguing in front of you. It's an odd
Yes.
thing. My
Yeah.
3 dentists ago, it happened, and they started fighting with each other as I'm sitting in the chair, and I'm like, guys,
Do y'all want me to leave?
I have things in my mouth. There's gauze.
Yeah, they say thanks to remote working, too, the assistant principal of a Washington, D.C. school simultaneously worked as the principal of one school in Rhode Island for more than 4 months before getting caught. So he was double dipping, doing 2 different schools, but doing them remotely and getting double the paycheck.
Wow.
And when they found out, he wound up losing both jobs.
As he should. Can't double dip.
Yeah, I think there's some people that are kind of doing that, though. Trying to find a couple different things, saying, hey, you know what? I can, with the remote work, I've talked to several people that actually have 2 gigs now.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. So they're like, yeah, because I had a job that, if I really worked hard, I could get all my work done in 4 hours. And then I have the rest of the day. I was just kind of dilly-dallying around. So I'm like, I had some time, so I took on another job, and I got double paychecks. And actually work 1 full extreme work day, but making double money.
That's kind of phenomenal. If you can get both of them done,
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I guess
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, so why not?
To me, that's just smart thinking right there.
Yeah. I wonder if there's anybody has more than 2 jobs right now.
Oh, you'll get it. You'll get it.
Oh, yeah. And there is a new Guinness World Record that was set. A 51-year-old guy in Australia named Neville Sharp set the record for the loudest burp ever, producing a burp that went 112.4 decibels. Wow. Oh, geez.
112.4.
Wow, so that's what the world's loudest burp sounds like.
That's a party.
Yeah.
That is so
yuck, that
gnarly,
is
man.
so gross. Wow. Neville thanked his wife for all of her coaching.
Aw.
He also gave credit to his big sister Sandy, who taught him how to burp when he was 6 years old.
Sandy.
Sandy.
So he surrounded himself by classy
Yeah.
women.
He's been doing this since early on.
Yeah.
He deserves it. You know what? He's been dedicating his life.
I do like how he's thanking the women in his life. That's awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Just to kind of put that on par, that burp is as loud as a sporting event, a concert, a car horn, a lawnmower, or a hairdryer.
How's that possible?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there you
what's
go.
his fart sound like?
Can we message him, Kevin?
Does he have a file on his phone with
We-
188 of them?
We don't want his burps. We want to know about his butt.
Okay, somebody wants to know what they do when their wife withholds sex to get what she wants. Says, my wife wants a new car. And we can't afford one right now. And for some reason, she thinks that we can. And the issue is we don't need a new car. My wife doesn't work. And so she decided to put a ban on our love life until she gets this car. No car, no sex, she says. Look, I'm 3 years into our marriage right now, and she always plays these kind of games when she doesn't get what she wants. And I don't know how to handle it. We can't afford the new car, but I also would like to have a little bit of nookie. It's been 6 weeks, so what do? Do I give in to this terrorism? It's not a good way to negotiate. We've talked about that. It's very dysfunctional. It's bad for relationships to do this kind of stuff. She's not doing herself any kind of favors.
Negotiating by hurting him and making him sexually frustrated and possibly want to go somewhere else to get laid may not be the best.
Sabotaging your relationship is exactly what it's doing.
I mean, what kind of car does he drive? If his car is not as good as hers, she needs to just suck it up for a little bit till they can't afford it. But if he has a better car than hers, then she should get the better car.
Well, it sounds like they want a second one. It sounds like they've got maybe one going on right now, and she's like, I want a car. And he's like, well, you don't work. He's like, we're good with one car. We don't have to get around.
Oh, I see. Okay, so she doesn't even have one. He's the only one that's got one.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what's going on. She's like, I want a car, and she probably wants freedom. And if we had her in here, she'd be like, look, there's places I want to go, and it's tough for me, and da-da-da. And so I want a car, and I'm putting my foot down because he's not hearing me. And this is what happens a lot of times in relationships. On her side, I'm sure she's saying, look, I want a little bit of freedom. I feel like a caged animal with no car.
I get it.
And she's like, he's not hearing me. I don't know what else to do. I feel powerless. The only power I have is to withhold this. And so that's my power. That's all I have. And on the other side, he's saying that we don't have the money. There's nothing I can do. I just can't snap my fingers and we have money for a car. I'm doing what I can, but we just don't have it. But what you're doing, you're not helping out the situation. You're just sabotaging our relationship. You're making me resentful.
Yeah, this whole scenario is so annoying. It's so, yeah, it's pretty dumb.
She probably should look into getting her own gig and being able to get her own car. If they aren't in a position financially where she can have a vehicle and she's not working, she does need to probably look at elevating her financial status because if you're not working and then you're mad that you don't have a car, well, fix it.
She has a kid, right? That's why she's not working? Is that what's going on? Or she's just not working and she doesn't have a car and she's complaining about not getting a car?
It says that, doesn't say anything about a kid here in the email.
She's psychotic. You're not working and there's no kid involved and you don't have a car and now you're mad that... See what's saying, Virginia? That's why I'm single.
Well, here's what it is. You've got a problem and you need to be solutions-based.
Exactly.
And you need to be working on this problem together. For him who's sending us the email, you're coming off like, hey, you're just only a victim in all this. But you can be part of a solution. Your wife has a problem and she's... kids do this. When they don't know how to express themselves, they do weird things. And you're a kid, you're like, why are they doing this? It's because they don't know how to manifest their feelings in a way that you can understand.
And they don't have any power in the whole relationship. She has no job. She has no car. She's basically trapped. And that's not a good feeling for anybody.
But does she have to? If there's no kids involved, then why are you trapped? Get a car. Get a job.
She needs to get a job.
Yes, she does.
Get other things going on. And just because you're married doesn't mean you can't. You have to stay in this married bubble. You're not allowed to go work and make money and crush it in life. You can.
And this is where the conversation needs to go. If you want to be progressive, start looking for things you can do to bring in some money. Start then looking for some vehicles so there's some hope of what we could afford at this level. And let's set a goal of, hey, this is a car that you could afford if you could make this kind of money. And then when we get there and we put enough money away, then we can get that car. And then that way you got a solution. He gets the love and she gets the car and everybody's happy.
And she's withholding sex. To me, why are you with her?
Well, I hope there's love.
I mean, I kind of want to think like, okay, this is all she has as her power in the relationship. It is childish, it is silly, but again, it's all she has. So maybe that's why she's got his attention now.
I feel like an alien up in here, thinking that I'm calling her crazy and.
I think both of them have made mistakes, but the answer is him helping her find a job and them doing it together and not putting more of a wedge in their relationship by continuing to hold out sex, rather working together as a team to find her a job.
Yeah. You do something that's solution-based rather than you guys are entrenched in your own camp, because you're never going to get anywhere, because where you are, there's no middle in this. Now, the one thing I'm wondering, is it a sign to something else? Because Chris just hit us up on the WRMF app, and he said, yeah, my ex used to use sex as a bargaining tool, and she was also cheating. So is that a sign of something else? You know, sometimes they say, here are the signs when somebody's cheating on you. Is that something that a cheater would do, use sex as a bargaining tool? Because they don't want to have sex with you. So they're like, going, if I have to do it, something I don't want to do in the first place, I got to get something else out of it. It's not my marital obligations as I see it. I see it as a way for an means to an end. I maybe want a purse or shoes or whatever it is that I want. And so that's what I'm going to do. Oh, if you want it, you got to do this. Now that could be even more troubling. If you're in a relationship where that happens frequently, that might be a sign where they're getting their sex to satisfy those needs somewhere else. They're coming to you for their means. And if they've got to sleep with you, which they don't want to do, they better get something else out of it.
This is an insane scenario, and the fact that it's going on, it spells doom for me. If this is what's going on in a relationship where you're holding sex or withholding sex, to me, that's just, it's crash and burn.
Yeah, it's a very damaging thing for any relationship to do. But some people do it because I think they feel like they don't have another solution and they don't have power, and they're trying to find a way to do it, but it's not going to help anything.
It is insane.
Don't worry, Pumpkin. No one's withholding sex from you. Oh, you're a panty dropper.
You're such a...
The fun read that we had was on the KVJ Show Facebook page. If you're like Bird, we said, if by choice, why are you single?
Yes.
Over 200 people had responses, and they were kind of interesting.
Because chicks withhold sex.
No, it's not even that. It's just the game, the psychotic games of that. You're not even working. You're not even trying to get a car yourself, and then you're with...
You don't know. Maybe he's told her she can't work.
Well, that's how... Oh, yeah, you throwing it on the man. Of course that's what you're going to do. God.
There's a lot of questions that we need the answers to.
Oh, now she wants questions.
I want to see what's really going on here.
Kevin, I just can't.
Well, Jbird, aggravated by the last situation, a woman that is withholding sex because she wants a car. One of the problems that can happen in relationships, and those are the kind of things, too, that you do that makes you single. Because a lot of times relationships are going to break up when you're doing that kind of negotiating. You know, there's a lot more people in America that's single today than there ever has been. 37 million one-person households, according to the census that they just did in 2021.
Look at you. You're going with the trends over there.
They call me Trendy Pennington.
28% of all households in America, about 1 in every 4 now, are occupied by one person. They're not in relationships or anything else is going on there, and they say that is growing. In 1960, it was just 13%, so it's up 15% since 1960.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's a pretty good jump.
People are realizing, hey, I don't need to depend on nobody but me. I got me, myself, and I.
Oh, I don't have to lose 35 years of my life being miserable and unsatisfied and not happy.
Yeah, they say in just the last decade, the number of Americans living alone jumped by 4 million. 50% of American adults are still living with a spouse, so that's half of the country is still all married up. But that's down from 52% a decade ago, so the number is receding as more and more people are finding joy and just being by themselves. And we asked the question, why is it that you are? If you're single by choice, why? And freedom really was kind of the reigning thing through every thread and every comment that people left.
Well, it is. You have freedom, and then, keep in mind, too, we all have our own dramas that you're dealing with. It's already tough being a human as it is. If you have another person bringing in their drama, that's a lot to deal with sometimes. And not everyone's able to do that. I can't deal with a lot of outside drama. Doing this kind of job and then dealing with it's hard. It's very hard.
I have a confession.
What?
So this weekend, you know, my grandmother, she's up in Kentucky with my dad and she fell. And so I'm going to go visit her at the hospital. But I am so excited because I get to be by myself Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't have to be a mom. I don't have to be a wife.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything for anybody else except MF and me.
Some people are okay with being alone, and it doesn't mean that they're just loners. They just need time sometimes to be by themselves to get it together.
Everything I do all day long, like 80% of it, I feel is for somebody else when I leave here. But as a mom and a wife, like, I just want a break sometimes. And you don't get it, but now I get it this weekend, and I'm kind of like, I'm sad that I'm excited that my grandmother fell. Is that weird?
Well, when you say it like that, it's not only weird, it sounds evil.
It wasn't weird until the last line, and then that got weird.
It sounds downright evil, but I get where you're coming from. You're more excited about being alone.
Yes.
I understand.
And doing everything for me. If I want to get a sandwich, I get a sandwich. If I want to get an ice cream, if I want to go here or there, I don't have to listen to anybody else's wanting to do this or that.
That's the number one thing that really is awesome about you don't have to worry about anybody else and what's going on. There's no schedule. You don't have to, I didn't text them back, I didn't call them back. There's a lot of freeing there.
Yeah, it really, you know, we're getting in our society where it's about a 50-50 thing. Do you choose to be in a relationship, and there is, you know, some obligations that come with that, or do you choose your freedom? And that means that you can pick up, take off, and go and wherever. I can't tell you how many times I've had opportunities to do something that was completely awesome, and I'd be like going, I got to do this, and then my wife would be like, you got to get the kid here, you got to do that, and you're like, that's life. But there is enjoyment of having the family and the kids, and I think somewhere in your late teens or early 20s, or where you're deciding what kind of person am I going to be, you almost need to sit down and say, okay, how much do I value freedom? How much do I want to be a get up and go kind of person? Because there's a lot of things with families that you just can't necessarily do that.
And you'll know, like, what kind of person you are. Are you more of a freedom loner? Are you more of a codependent person who needs somebody by their side all the time? That's a real important conversation to have with yourself.
There's benefits and, you know, and drawbacks of both.
There is.
You probably just need to come down the line and write everything down. In fact, they should have a list of the good and the bad of both being in a relationship and being single, and then say, which of these appeals to you more? Which one you say, of all the positives and the negatives, saying, I gravitate more to this. Of all the great things of having a family and the negatives aren't that bad. I love the positives. Or the same thing with being single, saying, yeah, I could. If a friend's like, hey, I've got tickets, you want to go to the Super Bowl this weekend? Yeah.
There is. There's positive and negatives on both. And you have to ask yourself which ones are, and which ones, it's going to change too depending on the partner you're with. Because some people can add more drama in your life and makes you not want to be.
Yeah, and you're allowed to switch halfway through life.
Yeah, I mean,
if you decide you don't want to be with people anymore.
I'm not against relationships. I think it's challenging, and I think you got to make sure you're in the right kind.
You're not against relationships. You're against marriage.
I'm against drama. That's what I'm against. Really stupid, unnecessary drama.
Well, if you want to sound off on the KVJ Show Facebook page, if by choice you are single, why? You can go and hit that up. A ton of other great topics and things like that you can read up on as well. Go and follow the KVJ Show. This is a crazy story here. I've heard of it before, though. Imagine the feeling of being in bed and you see a shadowy figure hovering over you. It's like you can't move. And then this entity starts doing sexual things to you.
It's horrifying.
It sounds absolutely horrifying. And the stories, if you ever heard anybody tell it, it's just like, oh my gosh, to be in that situation where it's almost like you're sedated, but you're awake.
That is the scariest thing I can think of.
Yeah, some people compare it to sleep paralysis, where you can't, you feel like you're awake, but you cannot move. You feel like it's all happening.
And your buddy Bigfoot, you donated a kidney 2 years ago, had this happen to him one time, and he came on the Weird and Whatever podcast and told his story.
I played a clip of it. Yeah, I recorded him. I got to see him yesterday. So I did an off-campus interview.
Look at you.
Off campus. Okay. Here's what he had to say about his experience.
There was a few nights while there, I was woken up to this intense pressure and feeling throughout my body where it felt like I was in a wind tunnel and awake. I could see this shadowy, clouded object above me, but I couldn't move a muscle. I couldn't really hear much. I was trying to speak and call out to my roommates. Nothing would come out of my mouth. I was just really stuck to the bed with this object floating above me. And finally, it subsided and I let out this huge yell, and my roommate came in. He saw that I was completely disheveled and definitely not mad about getting taken advantage of in my sleep.
Wow.
So wait, he wasn't mad about that part.
Well, that's the thing.
He was mad about the helpless feeling and he couldn't move, but he liked the
We talked about
sex.
it. We talked about this on the Weird and Whatever podcast. Usually, a succubus is trying to take your life force out of you, and it's not an enjoyable experience. I've talked to him about it before, and I know it wasn't all fun and games, but I do want to sit down with him and say, was there really anything enjoyable? Did you get sexual feelings from it? Because I think he's kidding towards the end, like, oh, I'm so glad they took advantage of me. I think it was horrifying.
Wow.
It sounds horrifying. Yeah. I don't know how you'd be able to get pleasure from that. Well, you have no control. It's scary. You don't know what's going on. You're in a dream. You're in a wind tunnel. Like, no.
You know, they say the succubus, it sucks the life force out. We know Jim's had some kidney problems related. I don't know, but I need to at least bring that up. Who knows?
There was that ghost that messed with his kidney?
I don't know. Just, it's supposed to suck your life force out. It does things. People were suggesting that. Just something you want to fodder, talk.
Okay.
All right. Well, clearly, this is not the Weird Whatever podcast.
You shut the room down. You got too weird.
Last night, it was very receptive. Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah, good point.
Here, crickets.
Yeah.
It's a tougher room.
Very tough.
Yeah. I am just kind of curious. Have you ever heard any numbers about how many people have reported being with an incubus or succubus, having this situation where they're taken in their sleep by a spirit?
I don't have any official numbers, but I will say we get a lot of emails for Weird and Whatever that people that go through this.
Okay.
I don't have percentage, though.
I'm just kind of curious if anybody else can claim that they've done that. How close is your story to Jbird's buddy Bigfoot? Would you ever want a ghost to take advantage of you, Jbird, in your sleep?
It depends.
Okay.
He doesn't want to rule it out.
Okay.
I'm a man that does not like to live in absolutes. She's right.
I think it'd be terrifying.
Yeah,
I do too. I straight up, I'm a no.
I'm all about more getting these experiences, so I would like it on the sense of I have a real life experience with the succubus, but yeah, it'd be horrifying to go through.
Okay.
If it's what people say, I've never had that type of thing happen.
Okay. Yeah, well, if you want to find out all the Weird and Whatever stuff that is going on, Jbird has got the podcast. It's up on the KVJ Show YouTube channel, one of those things that if you go and subscribe and ring that little bell, you'll get notifications when it comes on. You can also find it on our Facebook page. We got a link for you there as well. You can check out all those kind of interesting and intriguing stories. Coming up, we'll give you the rundown of the KVJ draft that we had earlier and some of the early returns. One person looks like they're running away with it, and people think I got too cute. We'll let you know who drafted what.
You are adorable.
Thank you, Virginia. Yes, I'll give you that rundown next. Our KVJ draft today was for the best Christmas characters. And Suits got the overall #1 pick. And man, the Jewish kid on the show really cleaned up.
He's doing great.
Yeah, he got Santa, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and the Grinch from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Pretty good.
Is it too generic, though?
It's a good question, but people like generic, Virginia.
I know,
True,
I
yeah.
know.
I went with Baby Jesus, John McClane from Die Hard,
Too cute.
and then Clark Griswold.
You got too. That's why they called you too cute. You did Baby Jesus and you did Die Hard. It's too
A little
cute.
too much.
I love it, but it's too cute.
Yeah, I was labeled as getting too cute.
I mean, you can't beat Baby Jesus.
Yeah, Suits is, by the way, right now running away with it. Running away with it. Jbird went with the Bumble from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
The Abominable Snowman.
the Krampus Ma Otter from Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
I mean, that is a broke down list.
If you don't get last place, I'll be shocked.
Agreed, and angry at the good people who listen to this program.
Virginia went Cousin Eddie from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Kevin McAllister from Home Alone, and then the fake Santa and Elf.
I mean, hers is really...
She started strong.
Artie Lang, I think, as the fake Santa was awesome.
That's how you just solidified fourth place.
He was in it for like 35 seconds.
I know, and I loved it.
Yeah, fourth place. Because mine is that bad. There's no way she's going to beat me, but yeah, fourth place.
Denny's got Buddy the Elf, solid pick. Ebenezer Scrooge from A Christmas Story, and then Jack Skelton from A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Just years above Virginia's and mine. Yeah, it's better.
Okay. All right, well, who's going to finish in what order from the team that they drafted out? That's what you can discover tomorrow, right about 7:40. You can go and vote right now on our KVJ Show Facebook page and our Instagram page.
Loser gets a Christmas throat punch.
Bring it on.
You in?
You think you can break me now? 19 years in this racket? Bring it on, witch. Whatever you got, throw it at me. I want it.
Yeah. Well, coming up here in a couple of minutes, we are about 15 minutes away from getting the details on who is responsible for the murder of 14-year-old Ryan Rogers, a Dwyer High student that was discovered on November 16th after he'd gone for a bike ride. He turned up missing, and the next day they wound up finding his body. And there's a lot of mystery behind it because what had happened? Somebody had thought, well, was it a hit and run? Had he just flipped over the handlebars of his bike without a helmet and died that way? And it turned out when they started talking about murder, you're like, whoa, what exactly happened? Who would have any kind of motive to just kill a 14-year-old kid?
There have been crazy rumors circulating the schools in Palm Beach County about, there's some masked dark guy who's got like dark clothes and a dark mask, and he's going around looking to kill other kids.
Well,
kids had been on high alert.
With a lot of things, it had kind of spiraled out of control, and it was freaking people out. I know your daughter even had been a little bit freaked out from the stories that she was hearing, at her school not too far away. And so the police had said, look, we looked into that, investigated it, and there was no connection to the person that people were citing and the murder of Ryan Rogers.
There was no masked guy in a ski mask that was looking to kill more kids.
Yeah.
I guess whoever they got, they went all the way to Miami to get them.
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to find out coming up here in 14 minutes, exactly who is responsible. There is apparently a person that is in custody that is in Miami. It is a male, and so we'll find out exactly more about who it is. And I guess the question is, what the heck is the motive?
Oh, here comes Suits. Look at Suits looking like he knows what's up.
Well, I have the name of the person. It was announced this morning earlier before the actual announcement. They didn't say any motive or cause of death, but they did announce that multiple sources say DNA evidence at the scene, and somehow a YouTube channel video helped them find this homeless guy by the name of Semele Williams, 39 years old, who apparently is the one who was involved in the murder. He's the one that's under arrest.
Oh, wow. Okay. So,
and the guy is homeless and then went to Miami after the murder?
I don't understand how he got down there. I was just saying that to Dennys. Apparently they arrested him in Miami, but they said that they had DNA evidence, and somehow he has a YouTube channel, even though he's homeless, and he posted a video in Palm Beach Gardens, according to what they're saying, around the time of the murder. So they apparently feel they have multiple ways to tie to him, but all the information, like you said, Kevin,
what's his YouTube page?
I have no idea. It's all news sources are getting information little bit by bit this morning.
They'll take that stuff down too if he's the suspect.
Yeah.
But that's what's being reported right now by the local news so far.
Okay.
Thank you, Suits. Look at you. You're on it.
Yeah, and we got a text, and somebody said, yeah, can we give a shout-out to the Palm Beach Gardens Police and other law enforcement agencies who helped find the killer of Ryan Rogers?
Yes.
Yeah, that is a job well done, because the community was definitely watching this case, and there were a lot of kids and adults. Everybody was very concerned with whatever is going on. And, of course, for his family, so sad for their loss.
Sending those positive words out to the family, because I know this is a local story. It's a very local story. This is going to be hard for people to hear, so I want to be respectful.
Absolutely, yeah. I've got a 13-year-old boy. I cannot even imagine the pain that they are going through for that.
But thank goodness the police have answers for us.
So that will be coming up in about 12 minutes. You'll have more answers on that. Yeah, people are like, wait, oh my gosh, look at that. Glass Animals. That song is called Heat Waves. That is a song that's been around for a little while, but it's doing really well. Virginia was telling me that it is because of TikTok that it's really blown up. I've known that because I love the alternative music, and it kind of comes out of that genre. But I saw it's the 4th most streamed song in the U.S. for 2021. So it's had a very good year and been around. Olivia Rodrigo has the #1 stream song, #1 and #2, with Driver's License and then Good For You. And then Kiss Me More by Doja Cat is 3, and then Levitating by Dua Lipa is 5. So those are your 5 hottest songs, basically, in the U.S. And that's one of them. So there you go. Good little tune. They got some other good stuff, too. If you like that song and that sound, check out Glass Animals.
Okay, thank you for telling me, because I just thought it was a TikTok song.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's a real song?
I'm so fascinated the backroom deals that happen with TikTok to get those songs on TikTok. Because that's just, I mean, it's a fine song. I got nothing, with it. I've enjoyed it. But why is that song? There's so many songs that we hear. I'm like, these are great songs. Why are these not massive hits? And it's just, they get caught up in that TikTok universe anymore.
Somebody made a sound of it, and I don't know if it was Glass Animals or if it was somebody else, because somebody else can make a sound of that. And then what it is they do this song to a lot of videos, like if somebody died and you're missing them, or if there was a breakup and you're missing that person, or if they passed away, a pet, a person. So that's the trend on TikTok. You put like video of the person that passed away or that's no longer in your life to that song. Sometimes all I think about is you.
Okay. All right. I get it.
That's what it is.
Okay, so you could do a song with someone that passed away.
You could do a video of Aunt Anne and your mom to that song, and it would blow up.
Okay, there you go.
But you're always praising TikTok. That's all it's about, Virginia. That's all it's about.
Okay.
It's definitely not all it's about.
All right, we got the After the Show podcast coming up on YouTube. You can watch it live about 5 minutes after 10, or get it anytime on demand there on YouTube, or check out the podcast app. Any app that you use, or use the WRMF app, that is free. You can download it. You get the regular show and the After the Show every single day. Bird, if you would get us there and wrap up today's show with your thought.
I'll wait for Virginia to stop texting. Okay. The rain will stop. The night will end. The hurt will fade. Hope is never so lost that it can't be found. That was in a rhyme, didn't you?
I thought you were like singing lyrics to a song.
It's not. I felt like it should have rhymed, and it's not.
It was a non-rhyming rhyme.
It was a non-rhyming rhyme, and call your loved ones.
Okay. It's over?
I didn't hate it, though. I didn't hate it.
Virginia liked it. Okay.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.